His charm is so contagious, vaccines have been created for it. Years ago, he built a city out of blocks. Today, over 600,000 people live and work there. He is the only man to ever ace a Rorschach test. Every time he goes for a swim, dolphins appear. Alien abductors have asked him to probe them. If he were to give you directions, you'd never get lost, and you'd arrive at least 5 minutes early. His legend precedes him, the way lightning precedes thunder. He is...
Did you hear George Morfin got State Driver of the Year? What do you think of that?
Who? Who, George?
Morfin.
George Morfin. That's that old man George, right?
You know, I knew those letters from his grandkids were going to pay off sooner or later. He's had quite a few of them, but I'm not sure what... Really? The state of Oregon, huh?
Who's Morton? Did we just hire him? I don't remember interviewing Morton. Where's Jane?
George. Let's see, we've got several Georges. That was Morfin. Ah, the older gentleman. I'm thinking that's probably who it was.
Oh yeah, I think it's a great thing that George got it. He deserves it now. Maybe he can probably get some cash out of it and go in and get some hair plugs for his head.
Oh no, not George Morfin.
George Morfin, do you know one time he was walking through the shop right at the same time this very lift broke, came over and held it up, the bus up by the bumper for at least 4 hours till we could get it repaired. That's the kind of guy he is. I mean, whew, George, he's our man.
Here for the whole...
Driver of the year?
The whole state of Oregon.
Not George, not our George.
Whole state of Oregon. Yep.
Unbelievable. Where's Jane? I need to talk to Jane.
That's wonderful. That's quite an honor for us. I did hear, and not to take anything away from George, you understand, but I did hear that he had a grandson that had an inn at Opta, and I'm wondering if maybe, well, I shouldn't say that. That's disparaging. I just say good for George. Good for George.
Well, I'm sure to those of us who've known George for any amount of time or had the pleasure of working with George, it comes as a no great surprise. Wait a minute, it comes as a very large surprise. In all seriousness, in my time working with George, I received a almost suspicious level of praise, positive comments both from parents, from administrators, from secretaries, letters from students, all lauding George's student management skills. I found him to be a very involved driver with his students, someone who genuinely cares for their well-being, and to be entirely honest, I wish I had more drivers who manage their students as well as George did, so I think the award is very well deserved.
Hey George, I'm super excited. That is so cool that you got that. We love you very much.
So George, on a serious note, my friend, my compadre, I'm very proud of you, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Lois and I are really happy that we got to attend the big banquet in Bend with you, and great job, George. Great job.
Well, George, it was great news hearing about this Driver of the Year thing. I was very, very pleased to hear that, but not surprised. I just think that you're a great driver and you deserve this. And I'm proud to be called your friend and your brother. God bless you, George. Thank you. Nick gave me this.